you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. American Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. I worked for a major company, a helicopter company. It's called Aftermarket Support for Helicopters. Okay? They're flying around. Things are breaking down. Parts are wearing out. We're a one-stop shop for helicopters. So I was told, we see potential for you. You're better than just working customer support. Revamp the business from ground up. You can map it out and find bottlenecks and find shortcomings and find helicopters so that our company runs more efficiently. Okay? So I busted my ass. I worked my ass off. I did double work, never got paid for it. And you say, oh, it's part of the process, man. It's just part of corporate America. Fuck you. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Because no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Because no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Because no one cares.
Now what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's going to be acidity from tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then
tart and it's acid and nothing else. Alright, so now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. The authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I'm a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish. And then I'm half kind of European mix. Hey, stupid. I have depression, you dumb fuck. I actually have it. I know what it feels like, alright? So, if you disappeared today, no one would care. I have depression. I know what it feels like. I actually have it. Dumb fuck. I know what it feels like. Slow day, all day, I'm depressed. Record low views, thumbs down, I'm depressed. I have depression. I have depression. Whale tail, I'm drinking and I'm thinking, but I have this nagging in the back of my head that's telling me
You're a loser. You have no power over anyone on this planet. You're the epitome of a waste of life.
hey stupid, I have depression. I know what it feels like. I actually have it.
You dumb fuck.
I know what it feels like.
Fat fuck.
Slow day, all day, I'm depressed. Record low views, thumbs down, I'm depressed. I have depression. I have depression. I have depression. I know what it feels like. I actually have it.
You dumb fuck.
I know what it feels like.
Fat fuck.
Slow day, all day, I'm depressed. Record low views, thumbs down, I'm depressed. I have depression. I have depression.
Fat fuck. You stupid loser. You think you know anything about anything in real fucking life. You know nothing. Meerkat Moth.
Squeeze the pea in my mouth. Tasty bananas in my mouth. I need banana in my mouth. Tasty banana, it comes in denim. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana in my mouth. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Put banana in my yum yum. Tastes like cum. Robust, shove it in my butt. Tangy zip, safe to swallow. Tip. Yummy. Thanks for the money, gummies. It looks so funny. Squeeze the pea. Why are you guys talking about tasty banana song? Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Tasty banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need yum yum. Squeeze in my mouth.
That being said.
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 Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L.T. Insider, the legend. Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist. Speak to the dead. Psychological style host. Meerkat. Artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Brand dude, you cannot say that, okay? That's the last time you can get that joke out, all right? Seriously.
Okay.
Anyways, let's get to it. We got the cerebral style, logical style, musical, secret musical, Wizard of Oz style, busting style, all different styles. But today we have a different style. Bracket style. We have a guest style guest today. They go by the name of Brand Dude. How you feeling? Guest style guest.
Feeling pretty good. Hey guys, hey stream. Thanks for having me.
So you, of course, have been on fire, releasing these videos to the world, changing the game, Brand Dude. So we got to ask, how did you get into all this nonsense in the first place? Whenever that was, let us know.
Well, it all started back in 2017 when my high school laid me off.
Oh.
And they gave me a diploma saying that I did a good job, but they laid me off for some reason. No, but I started watching in 2017. I think I started with Snort Burnell, the classic. And I was like, wait, where have I seen this guy before? And I remembered the This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid from Evil AJ, the Metal Gear Solid 2. And I was like, oh, that's where I seen him from. And I was like, I just completely forgot about him. And then he jerked off and I kind of remembered him. And then I started just falling into the vortex and that's how it started pretty much.
Okay. So then that's the first step. The second step is deciding to make a video though. So what was the impetus for that to say, I'm going to make a video about this guy?
Yeah, it must have been the interview, just watching that, so many contradictions and just things that I heard him say that were just wrong. And so I felt like for myself, I needed to get it out there because like I couldn't like keep it in anymore. So just things that I needed to like fact check him on and look into it. And then I figured I might as well make the video for more people to see it.
Awesome. And by the way, go ahead, Mark.
To quote something that inspired me to start making stuff, that's a quote from Tevin. If you're gonna sit through all this bullshit, at least get some views out of it. This is something that I live by, and I always found that to be like a profoundly intelligent quote. Because this shit, like just sitting through it without sharing that experience with somebody, without actually making something out of it is not very productive. And making something out of it at least justifies seeing all that bullshit, and maybe somebody's gonna see what you're watching and they're gonna ask you, what is this fucking bullshit you're watching? And then you can say, I'm watching this for a video I'm working on. So you can kind of justify all this fucking bullshit.
Exactly.
Oh, anyway, yeah.
Meerkat, we got something for you here, and I think you can answer this well. Meerkat, you look very happy today. Did you and your boy BF Pastor Miller make up? You're glowing. Why are you so glowing today, Meerkat?
Well, that's private. I can't say without putting my family at risk, but I assure you, Eric Miller is he's doing great. He touches me anytime he feels like it. Damn, he's touching me right now.
His videos, by the way, are some of the most insane shit. Just the titles are insane now. If you ever look, I don't recommend it because he gets like 4 views a video now, but they are the titles will blow your mind, man. It's like, are women wrong for having babies and stuff? Like, I don't know, just stuff like that. Just weird takes like that. Like
once you realize that it's all coming from coping, that he cheated on his wife and then she wanted to divorce him and he doesn't let her, and now he's like on a spiral, on a rampage against women and telling everybody on the internet why they suck and they're terrible, why he is the actual guy who is wrong in this case. It makes it all funny, but I would still not watch him even for the out of context gay clips.
Yes, it's not a good place. It's some weird takes, dude. But anyway, if we skipped over business style announcements, Meerkat, any business style announcements, please?
Yeah, we have a new competition coming up. You can click the first link in the description to find out all the rules and conditions. Basically, we are going back to school, and your homework, my children, is to write a fanfic about whatever you want, I guess, as long as it has something to do with whatever the fuck we're doing. And all the conditions are below. Send it to the email that is also below. So everything is below. Just go down, you know what I mean?
Downtown.
Sound good. Fair enough.
Down. Yep. We already got some submissions are already coming in. Big ups, everybody. It's gonna be
No.
hype. Yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
Submissions
Oh
are
my God.
already in. Yeah, so get your submissions in there. It's gonna be a lot
And,
of fun.
Also,
Yeah.
something that I noticed, not necessarily expected that much, but a lot of people in the Discord are collaborating with each other on it. They're voice acting for each other's submissions. So we're going to see a record high amount of collaborations and people actually working together to produce some fun stuff, which we're absolutely
cool.
looking forward to. And that's awesome.
Yep.
That's the good shit. That's what you want to see from a community. Everybody working
Yeah.
together just to make something funny and say like, hey, other people find this hilarious, so let's do it. Good shit.
Yeah.
I am also doing that as well, collabing with the secret style person, and it should be a big pop when it happens in the future. Vivike says, I'm drinking, I'm smoking Predator style lifestyle. For Vikes, big ups. And Swaggy Davis Jr. says, too much legends on one panel. Legendary. Thanks, my friends. So let's get to the week in review. We already talked about the react from last Sunday. The most memorable was the incest comment, which is kind of worth saying again anyway. Because
One, Steve.
No,
Off you go.
no, no. I said my bit.
The bad part about incest is it's not meaningful enough. That's what I learned from that. It's not meaningful enough. Everything else is cool. It's not meaningful enough. Okay, makes sense. But anyways, anything else? Final words, Steve.
You were
Please
going
put
to
this
say
to bed.
something.
Put this like a member of your family. Let's put this to bed. Let's put this issue to bed, Steve. Come on, go ahead.
We know each other too well, so it can only ever be platonic. We need to go out and meet other people, and that's what makes it meaningful because we don't know them.
Are your DMs a good place to meet people, or what? Go ahead, Jim Meerkat.
I got one last conclusion style thought on the last week react, and it states, I liked him better when he was reacting to 9/11. Compared to what happened last week.
God. Last week was also the Mr. Ludacris video, and Ludacris has a video responding to that. I've not seen that yet, but definitely watch it this week. And
yeah, the pot noodle thing. There was also I would like to mention, because Brandu did the video on it, but I've not seen it yet. I've been deliberately avoiding this because Decepticon and I are doing the react later, and I want a bit of something so that we can build up a bit of skip juice. So there's the persons you should never trust or never be like. What was it? The kind of person you should never trust. Yeah, it was basically like a troll submission, and people were like, "Dude, this is you." And I'm assuming he just skipped through the bits. Like he'd skip through blah blah blah. No. Did he actually watch it?
He gave it. He gave it the time of day. It's great. It's well worth a watch. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah. So give us a teaser
later. Live react.
Yeah. Nerd. So we need a quick Brandon. We could get a quick synopsis of that video. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Please give us a quick synopsis of that video. Then let us know what we should expect in that video, in case anyone hasn't seen it yet.
Sure. Yeah. I was watching the react because I heard like he was having a meltdown reacting to Mr. Ludacris. So I was like, I gotta see this. And then, I was just watching, and for some reason I watched enough to get to that video, and I was like, oh, this is so bait. What? Like, why is he watching this? And then he actually watched it, and I was just like, again, it's just like the interview, just finding like, wait, you did this, wait, you do this, wait, this is you. And then I felt like I had to make the video on it, and then I did. So it's awesome. And actually I left things out. I didn't use all of the examples because some of them had, like, looking into them, some of them I was finding so much like evidence or just research that I could use in a video. I was like, this is enough for a video in and of itself. So that's a hint.
How they end up 8 hours long for me.
Yeah.
It's just like too much.
Fighting that. Yeah.
You're like, okay, there's a 1 point here. I know he's argued differently, so I'm going to find some clips. And then the next thing you know, you've got like 2 hours of just clips for that bit. Yeah. You're like, fuck, how do I?
Yeah.
Right, I've got to cut this.
I think that's what I like about Brandu's stuff, is that it's kind of like it's a collection of useful stuff that some people may have never seen before, especially like the shilling video you did.
Yeah, the shilling video,
which is I think that's kind of like a future classic. It's like it's well edited, but you're interjecting your own little bits of commentary, like like within the clips and sometimes over the top of them. It's a bit like what Steve does, where it's like you're kind of reacting to it as well as just doing sort of pre-recorded commentary. So I think it's kind of that was somewhat unique. Yeah,
that was my intention, just to like kind of pinpoint moments that people don't really talk about, but they were so bizarre that any other person it would be like a major thing.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's DSP, it's kind of just normal and nobody really talks about it. So that's kind of what I was setting out to do.
Yeah, I think that's the cool thing about the shilling thing is because it's like, you know, we've seen these bits and pieces elsewhere sometimes, but it's like it's nicely collected and it's like, damn, man, yeah, you're right. This, you know, it's like this guy, he will just say whatever he's thinking at that moment, but you know, he's completely contradicting like his past. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's like some stuff that kind of gets forgotten because there's so much stuff, you know, just so much stuff. Like some people don't know about spawn seats, you know, but there is spawn seats, legitimately spawn seats. He shielded spawn seats until, you know, people sent spawn seats enough sucking shit, and they said, okay, fuck it. And Phil, of course, I got the chair anyway. So that's why I waited, by the way, until I got the chair because I knew it was gonna happen. Right.
And there was was this the same one as OP seats? Because one of them I remember was just basically a drop shipping business from like Wish.com or
that was spawn seats.
AliExpress.
I think that was spawn seats. The other one was different, right, Brandon?
And then it got exposed for being trash, and it basically scared the guy into just canceling the business because it was just, you know, shitty Chinese chairs. And then he made it all about how the trolls harassed them.
Yeah, I actually didn't want to put that one in my video because I figured that was one of the more known ones. Like I thought people knew about that one, so I wanted to focus on things. But yeah, there was spawn seats and OP seats, and he shilled spawn seat, I think, first,
That's
or OP seat, one or the other. Yeah, and then people spammed them on Twitter or emails or whatever, and then they dropped them. Yeah. After he already like promoted them and put a slide for them on his stream. And then another company came in like months later, OP Seat or, you know, whichever one. And then they just sent him the chair and said, hey, we don't care if trolls bother us. And, you know, the rest is history.
I also just want to thank you for doing the two-factor authentication one, because while I was doing my Champions video, that shit drove me mad. And like in the wider context of Champions and everything, it sort of gets like skipped over a bit because it's one of those little like greater things before and after it, but it's still like a really important moment that I think, you know, we should remember and sort of keep like in the conversation as well, because in playing ignorant and doing that, what code, what are you talking about? And all that shit, fucking infuriating. That New Vegas stream, Jesus, that was awful.
That's same with me. It's just so annoying.
Big ups to Rito Ryan says, first 9/11 happens, then my save gets corrupted, then I find out my parents are cousins, and then my DoorDash is cold. Could this day get any worse?
Yeah, your wife could be your sister.
Big ups, Francisco Ramos Mejia says, Phil's own words are his worst enemy, and Brandon is a snitchinator eliminator. Oh, I like that. The snitchinator eliminator. Enjoy my confusing
$1,000.
Guys.
This is a really good segue into that segment from this week where he was shitting on somebody because apparently YouTube, they give you a really cool color to your super chat only if it's a massive contribution. Like regardless of the currency, it has to be a massive contribution.
Dude, we're halfway to a cat now. We're halfway to a cat. Do you have any cats to show? If we get to 2,000, I've already shown mine. So
add that to the list of things where it's like you've been doing this for how long, and you just kind of you still don't know what's going on.
Anyways, I guess we should talk. I want to talk about before we get to the Mortal Kombat.
Sorry, no. We did skip a bit there because like the people were telling him, no, this is wrong, and he's like, no, I'm right, and it's like you're arguing with the person whose fucking currency it is. They're telling you how much I've just given you.
And he was like, didn't he say you don't know your own currency's exchange rate?
Yeah. And then he took it one further and says, do you want to send me another one? Like,
God, come on. God, come on, dude. Oh, today, just in case you haven't seen it, the stream after the interview when Phil is not hating on Stride Scorers yet is so good. We played on WPIG again. He said this is exactly how I expected it to go. Exactly. They asked everything I expected, nothing I was not expecting. Now I have a place to show people where to go when they ask questions. That's what he said.
Well,
the next day, It's not wrong, but it's like that dude. That in less than an hour after that, he hates side scrollers. That's the funny part. Like less than an hour after the side scrollers are bitches and Adam's a fuckface. He doesn't know anything. It's incredible.
They were undercover detractors. They always were. You know,
it's amazing. It's the same day. It's the same fucking day. But anyway,
he tweeted it out and said that they backstabbed him by talking about him reading messages that other people send them.
Yeah,
fucking wild.
Yeah, it's like his chat told him what to think, basically.
Yeah. Like, but he was so stuck on it for a while. Like, no, guys, stop. It's not like that. They did a fair job. Like, he was like that for a while until I guess it reached the point. Maybe when he saw how much money they made in his mind. Remember, he said like 20 grand or something.
Yeah,
that might have set up the other way. You know, fuck this shit, dude. I'm not getting any of this. You know, that could have been it. But
it's that.
Anyways.
That's the issue. They made money and didn't give him any.
He's waiting for his next fair shake now, isn't he? With what's his name's video?
Oh God,
June. Oh wait,
I think my favorite
did we actually talk about that?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did we talk about the video? Because he released some info on it. I mean, DSP did that. It's gonna be completely impartial. Sir June of the Kingdom of June is not gonna talk to anybody. He's gonna do his own research 1000%, and Phil is not gonna have any say in it, and he's not gonna have any contributions, any editorial privileges. So I think June might as well come up with a pretty interesting video, in which he also mentioned that he was gonna put in some of the crazier A-logs trolls that DSP has had. So probably SOK is gonna be up there. Some of the other crazy people like the escort.
That'll be there.
Oh god, the escort shit. We're gonna talk about the escort shit forever. I played that fucking big up. By the way, Secret Limited. Rest in peace, Secret Limited in the YouTube sphere because they are now gone apparently, and that's unfortunate. I did play their video in homage to them when Phil says, you know, Secret Limited is this person that just talks about the escort. That's all they do. The whole video had a big chunk was about the escort. Man. In the video, the escort part took 2 minutes, and the video was over an hour long. He said, big chunk of the video. So why should you believe anything else in that video, guys? What's wrong with you?
It makes it sound like it's mainly about that escort thing. The video that's Secret Part is mainly about that, and it's like it's one bit in a top 10. There's like 2 hours of video, and there's like 10 bits in it because it's a top 10, and that's one of them, and it's very quick.
It's like part of one of them.
Yeah, it's part of a one.
It's the
less than one.
That you get.
It's the horse thing.
Yep.
That's what got him. That's what really got him. Do you remember when he did that stream where I can't remember which one it was, but he was like, "Why do people say she's like a horse? I don't get it. I don't get it. She's not got like a long nose or anything."
I don't. No. I know some people say like if you have a horse, you have a long face or something, but that's not her. Dude, don't say that.
But let's be honest. That part with Kat in the car was ruthless. It was edited to perfection.
Absolutely
with
ruthless.
Just everybody talking about how Kat is fat. She looks disgusting. She's fucking gross. Nobody can recognize her. Nobody's seen her, and so on and so forth. It was like it hits hard, man. And you know that video is gonna get like at least 100,000 views.
100K.
So
yep.
it is something that's gonna stick with him, and it's gonna hit him hard.
Yes. I don't agree with that part. I don't like that part. But yeah, but anyway, how he's going about it, he really is cult speak with those fucking secret videos. He goes, why would you believe anything they say? They talked about the escort and didn't say it was wrong. Like they didn't make a video saying, sorry guys, that was wrong. So why should you believe anything they fucking say anymore? And that is just cult speak. That is definitely cult speak. Don't believe anything else they say because he had said 2 minutes of thing that was that detractors proved to be untrue, by the way. There was detractors that proved it wasn't real. But don't trust anything Secret Limited says. And also, they don't do any work in their videos, which is one of the biggest lies he's ever said, is they don't do work on their videos. It's no effort.
I think the wildest part is that anybody can just go watch it. Like the people he's talking to can just click on the video and see that it's not all about that, but he thinks he can like talk them away from it. Just don't go see it, guys. Don't go see it.
Because he probably can, because you know how they are.
He can. Yeah. They probably won't.
Yeah.
So
Phil says it must be true.
It's just so baffling though, like the whole situation with Secret. I mean, this probably the best edited videos surrounding DSP.
Sure.
And I don't know. I just don't get it. I can't get more words out about how much it kind of annoys me that like.
Yeah, I don't get how they lost the appeal, man. That's incredible. How, you know? How they not win that?
And I think it's more the way that it really demoralizes you when you get punished for literally nothing, especially when you're in the right, than anything else that caused Secret just leaving and it,
especially when it's like the result of like an automated system where clearly a human hasn't looked at it, because you cannot look at Secret stuff and say, yeah, it's just re-uploading. It's not transformative enough. It's one of the fucking best editors on the site. And YouTube are like automatically determining, no, it's not. And he showed them like video of his editing, like his timeline and all the edits he's making and how he's done it. And it's like, after reviewing that, YouTube said still not enough. You can't tell me that's a human watching that. No, that's an automated system. And it's,
obviously the content that's being taken is original. Obviously DSP stuff is DSP stuff, but there's so much irony in the fact that like there's absolutely no effort, no editing whatsoever gone into that content, and yet the person being punished is putting countless hours, weeks, months of work into these yearly videos, and then all the other good ones that come out like sprinkled throughout the year. It's completely mindless.
It fucking sucks. That's all we can say.
Can you imagine like how much of like October to December for Secret is taken up by editing all this together?
Yep, exactly.
All that, and YouTube are like, nah, you're not transformative enough. You've not shown us that you edit it enough.
It's just depressing too, because this year was going to be so fucking good, right? This year was like the year. We've been saying since January. It's like, man, the Secret limited video this year is going to be hype. And now it sounds like we're not going to get it for now, at least. But that sucks.
I saw Darkseed DeFlo on Twitter say like a group of detractors should collab to make it like in honor of Secret, and I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. I mean,
it won't be the same though.
Won't be the same, like who's as good? Who's as good at doing that as Secret is? Nobody, that's just their thing.
Plus, Secret, it's like, how do you divvy it up? Someone's got to talk about one thing, and then somebody else has to do like the interview.
Yeah.
That's like a whole huge thing compared to whatever would be like number 10.
Yeah, I don't envy whoever has to cover the interview, because I think that's the big one. You got to get that right.
That's still number one, I think, in terms of the year. It hasn't been topped. I mean, we got good stuff, but that can't get topped yet. Real quick,
that's the thing that broke him.
The pasta maker says Phil is already married into incest. If Kat's Habsburg jaw is anything to go by, I don't even understand that, but I'm sure it's bad. And Ira says Phil talked about how Secret probably. Okay, I will later when I want. Phil talking about how Secret probably got banned for slander made my blood boil, considering how many times he spreads misinformation. Yeah, if you get banned for spreading misinformation, I mean, Phil would be gone. But Mario Kart's done, guys. Remember that when we talk about the mobile game?
Also, Secret Limited didn't get banned, or like a copyright strike or anything.
No,
none of that happened.
It's a partner program thing.
Partner program, but I mean,
partner program.
You'd want to make money off all that work, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd want to at least something. Why not? 2 or 3 months of your life has just been devoted to doing this, which we all as a community fucking love. So we're all anticipating it. There's obviously an expectation on Secret shoulders that they're feeling, oh God, this is going to be a big one. I've got to like live up to an entire community's expectations and deliver something that has now become tradition in the community. And then YouTube are like, yeah, but you can't make money on it. So,
it just fucking sucks. It just gets you pissed, because like look at like how DSP does his reacts. What does he do? Throw a little goat laugh in, as Bob Starsky says his song. Throw a little goat laugh in. That's it. And with like Sniper Wolf and stuff like that. What are they doing? At least Sniper Wolf is hot while she's doing it, but she's not doing anything either, except just saying, whoa, cool.
At least their fucking videos are digestible. His video is just a raw recording of, like we talked last week, man. One of those videos has like 5 minutes of him going and catching a stink bug and then releasing it outside. And he dumped that out, and he complains if he's not able to make money off of that fucking video. That specific video he's going to cry about if it gets demonetized. At least Sniper Wolf has nice fucking titties, and the video is edited to like 15 minutes long or something.
Phil has those too, okay? Phil has those.
Well,
come on.
I'd take the word nice out of there.
Okay.
He's definitely got some. But...
Phil makes up for that with the snort sex, though. That's a bonus. Anyways, let's move on. I'm not sure how we got there. We got there from talking about Secret Limited, unfortunately, and there was something before that got us there, but now it's passed my mind. So are we ready? Before we get to the Mortal Kombat nonsense, I want to get into piece of piece on the agriculture website. He was sent some screenshots from Philliam here, got into a different streamer's Mortal Kombat stream. And this is someone that Phil played earlier that day. So let me go through what happened here. Phil played the guy that day. I think he lost. I'm not sure how the match result was, but anyway, it's not important. Then Phil decided to go to, I guess, in his very busy time when he has anything to do. He has to spend time with his wife, though. He decides to find other content creators about Mortal Kombat, finds the same gentleman, and then has a little funny exchange. So, Sam, if you have it up, I'll read some of what Phil says.
There it is.
Yeah, so he says, "Hey, good match earlier tonight," with his own emote. Good start. And then some other people will say, "Yo, it's DSP, whatever." And he says, "LOL, I'm only good with bad fighters in this, so not surprised you didn't know the match yet." Not surprised you didn't know the matchup.
That's like if you're only good with bad characters, then that means that you're not good with good ones. So you're shit, basically. You're shit.
You're right. But I rarely play anybody who streams. I'm watching back my matches tonight and realize you were a streamer. What does that entail, you think? Searching his name every time? Or someone got a flying monkey, told him the name to search? Or what do you think happened there? Searching everybody?
Somebody told him that this guy was a streamer, so he went back to watch his matches.
Okay.
Do you think fucking DSP would watch back his matches to look for mistakes to correct? I mean, come on, that's some fucking poser bullshit.
Congrats on hitting Master with Luke. How many hours did it take you? Now I want to cock off right now. We're in the middle of a cock off. Let's see how long it took you. How long it take you? Let's go to the next one, okay, in the chronological order, okay? He said, "I'm a fan of MK, but I will forever be dog shit at it. I don't have enough time or patience to try to learn multiple FGs at high level. And MK's netcode is half as good as Street Fighter 6, so it's just going to be messing around for fun." Who cares? Like, that's my first thing is, who cares? Okay. Someone said something about Lily, I guess. We don't see that. But Lily is nothing like T-Hawk, man. T-Hawk is an ultimate tick throwdown lockdown beast. Lily is nothing like that. And Street Fighter 6, personally, for me, has completely changed the game for fighting games. It looks like MK1 just kind of kept going their own way, but that game doesn't hang with the improvements SF6 made in so many areas. Okay? Feel being a productive member of chat. One more. Two more, actually. People who don't like Street Fighter 6 like simpler games. In Street Fighter 6, everyone had the same shit, so it's an even playing field, just different levels of difficulty to use each fighter. In Street Fighter 5, the V triggers were all completely different, so the game was so unbalanced. Man, I'm not the guy to ask anything about Street Fighter 6 because being too slow drip. You are asking the guy who grew up at arcades and the game's never changed. Haha. I completely skipped Street Fighter 5 because I hated it. I feel like I have to put stuff on pause to even play the DLC fighters. So we're getting a mini schedule in here, like who gives a fuck about this? Like, this is not something you say in normal chat, but okay. Just looking for somebody to talk to. Somebody out there care about this. Please, talk about Street Fighter. Please. Go ahead, Brendan.
I gotta say, I love his walls of text, and he yells at people in his own chat if their messages are too long. But he types like that.
He also yells at people for not talking about him, and he's just sitting in chat talking about himself.
Yeah, just
not talking about the guy
who's
playing on the screen.
Like, he really is looking for a friend here. This is friend hunting. This is not whale hunting. This is friend hunting. Mm-hmm. Hey, we're also streamers, guys. Hey, I'm a streamer too, right? My viewers are torn. Half of them love Street Fighter 6, and half of them are completely tired with the game. Why do I give a fuck about your viewers? But okay. For me, juggling tons of games, this has been really rough to stay at a competitive level because I don't play it as much as most others.
Play offline! Play when you're not streaming!
You can't.
I'm really I'm intrigued to hear the other half of this conversation because I'd like to think the streamer in question is asking asking things to DSP for him to say this stuff.
Yeah, I know. This is out of context, I know. But doesn't matter, dude. If this video's there, if I'll take a link if you got anybody.
Yeah.
But my viewers are torn. Half of them love Street Fighter. Say blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading that again. So the slow drip works for me. I didn't even finish World Tour mode yet. I just added that sound. But anyway, one more. I have never booted Battle Hub once. Haha. I can't. Trolls would just harass me for no reason, and it would be a mess. Are you looking for pity in someone else's chat, dude? Come on, man. They never even disabled friend invites on PS5, so my screen is constantly spammed with them.
There you go.
Friend request from it's all just like asterisks. 'Cause that's all he can do.
Ninja Turtles theme sung by Luke. LOL. I don't know what that's even a reference to, but okay. Next. I'm not actually sure what Megan Fox did the voice act. I'm not actually sure Megan Little Jim. Little Jim. Sorry about that. I'm not really sure Megan Fox did the voice acting at MK1. I think that was just her reading the tryout sheets and they recorded it and put it in the game without her knowledge. No way she actually tried to read those lines and it sounds like that. And final one. One.
It's almost like acting and voice acting are two very different things, isn't it?
So lazy Itachi, the top of the screen here, says DSP, the gaming industry analyst, and it's clearly a troll. I mean, just come on, dude. And Darkside has to go ahead, Sam.
There had to have been at least one in that chat for sure. Someone that knew who he was.
Yeah, it's fucking him. Look, yeah, it's kind of my job. I'll be it for my small audience.
I mean, it's his job, but then he reads off gaming news from tweets that he screenshotted on his phone. You're doing your job wrong, bro. You're bad at your job.
God.
Yep.
I still can't believe he does that.
Notice this dude, by the way, has a command for master just to see all the fucking masters he's got. And look at that fucking list. That looks to be about everybody by my eye. Phil says, congrats on all those master ranks. That's to be massively respected. Because you want to be massively respected for your 2 masters, don't you? He has to say this. If video game actors go on strike, accept 2 years of DLCs and remasters. Scathing commentary from DSP there. Okay, I'm off. Have a good night, sir.
No, there we go.
Have a good night,
sir. I prostrate myself before they
be my friend, please.
I'm scrolling through these and there's so many walls of text and they're all about him talking about himself. And it's like, just get a diary. You already have one. It's 2 hours long every day.
Please be my friend, sir. Please. That's to be massively respected. God, this is so bad, man.
Well, I have a sound clip from last night that I feel goes perfectly with this. Here we are.
You know, me, I don't watch anyone's live streams. Anything I watch after the fact. Okay?
I watch after
He was watching it after the fact. He wasn't watching live.
Chatting to to nobody. That'd be funny. The replay.
Can you imagine?
Oh God!
There's a bit. I think we might have missed it. It was showing up briefly, but I don't think we talked about it. Yeah, I played the MK1 story mode and just started with online. Video games are in the process of unsexualizing everything, and we are all used to hearing Ada's voice in that style. So to hear an uninspired person just speaking normally because they directed it that way is jarring. It was, but not anymore. They are systematically removing all that kind of sexuality from games piece by piece. The pendulum swings back and forth every 20 years or so. In 2050, everyone will be butt naked in video games for no good reason. That's some scathing social commentary there from Darkside.
This is also the guy who this year lost his shit over a sexy fridge.
Yep.
This year.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
They're removing all that. They're removing all that stuff from video games now.
In 2050, fridges will literally sexually harass you guys. The pendulum's gonna swing.
What is that take? What? Okay. I love how he writes paragraphs that he would bitch about in his own fucking chat. What are you talking about? We're not playing Street Fighter right now, so why are you talking about Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Why are you asking about Street Fighter, guys? Talk about it in the world. You missed it. Watch the pre-stream, fuckers. God. Anyways, as you can see, guys, I'm trying to hit the $50 goal every day on every fucking stream. So just be careful. Just know that. No need to freak out, though. No need to freak out. Okay. No one is freaking out here.
But this is
But
how
seriously.
you know he doesn't really play anything other than mainstream AAA games. The amount of like sex games that are on fucking Steam nowadays. The amount of hentai games you can get, it's easier to get these sort of games now. They're all fucking like they're flooding me recommendations. It's pissing me off. But
that's for
they're
a
out there,
reason, I'm
you know?
thining.
Oh,
There's a
definitely.
reason why it's happening.
Some,
You sound
some
very
one
excited
visual
talking about
novel, and then the next thing you know.
To quote Darkside Phil, it must be some kind of algorithm.
It's got an algorithm thing.
But I mean, there's like more there's adult content in games. Indie games are more willing to sort of like examine those sort of things. You know, like one of the first games that sort of examined like relationships from a non-stereotypical heterosexual perspective for me was like Nirvana, the cyberpunk Valhalla. Sorry, not Nirvana. Nirvana's a sequel. Valhalla, the cyberpunk bartender action visual novel, and so like you see it happening. And games like again the sexy fridge. It's a thing that is in games, but for Phil to go, yeah, they're just they're removing all that stuff right now. You know, don't want to offend anyone or whatever. It shows how completely out of touch he is with the rest of like video games. It's just his narrow, defined. I've got to play Call of Duty. I've got to play Starfield. I've got to play Elden Ring. I've got to play Street Fighter. It's all the AAA stuff, and occasionally Chrono Trigger, just to throw that in there. You know, everything else, he has no idea about what it's like. So, you know, do you ever played Galgun? You ever played Senran Kagura?
Nope. I know of Agony though, where basically everything in that game is a vagina.
Yeah. How did he manage to make it through Scorn then?
Scorn,
that was like because it was more
Just
like
Dick
dicks
City,
than
wasn't it?
vaginas.
Yeah, dicks are fine. That's totally.
He's fine
cool.
with dicks.
Totally cool, dude. That's
Also,
fine.
Agony was awful.
Remember the naked dudes in that Japan game, whatever the fuck Japan game that was? That was like the funniest shit ever.
Was it Lost Judgment? Or
Like
whatever.
Like a Dragon.
Like a Dragon Ishin.
Yeah.
Like a Dragon Ishin. Yeah, but anyways, that game. Dudes fighting, funny shit ever. Girl, date with a girl? Oh, why are they doing this?
I'm married. I'm fucking married.
God.
Japan.
Tired of this shit. Xenophobes. So want to buy Nintendo. What's wrong with you? They hate the rest of the world. No offense, though, guys. No offense. No offense at all. Please, no offense. Japan hates America, though. Just being honest. They're not going to sell. No offense. Please, no offense.
Speaking of sex, can we start talking about how YouTube is fucking him with the views? Apparently.
Oh, yes, please.
So that's been for a few days now. He's been complaining about the views being uncharacteristically low for his channel. You know, that channel that's circling the drain constantly. Well, he was talking about it a couple of days ago as well. I think maybe yesterday, saying that apparently YouTube has changed the way that they calculate views, whatever the fuck that means. But the amount of money that he gets is still the same, so he's not concerned. But that comes after like 12 minutes of telling you that he might be concerned and that it's not good, but it's good, but it's not good, but it's actually good because curated content, because small community, but it's good, but it's really bad, but it's actually good. So I guess it's good. What do you guys
Sound
think?
good? So we end with a sound good? Yeah. And also, don't freak out. I love this. Guys, don't freak out. I don't want anyone to freak out about this. Who else is looking at a content creator and looking at their views of, I mean, if they have let's say they release a video every month, you might worry about that. Like, I hope this guy can keep making videos. Oh, that video did well. Great. This dude releases 8 videos a fucking day. Who gives a fuck? You know? It's like, they are. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
It's like he wants to talk about it, but also wants to make it sound like he's not bothered about it. So he comes out with pearls like, I don't want you to think Lies of P must not be good because the views are down. And it's like, man, your views have been low for how long now? Like,
WTW Will, we need you this month, brother, because we want to hear this.
Yeah,
2D2
yeah,
Will,
exactly.
WTW. 2D2 Will, excuse me. But yeah, so his Lies of P views are legitimately in the shitter though. We're talking about less than 500 in some of these videos. The first batch had over 1,000 for pretty much us, but the second batch is already to, you know, this is from yesterday, but 400, 600.
Generic has a good point. He did say at one point he enjoyed the volatility of being a streamer. I do remember that.
Serious?
Yeah. That is
but then he
ringing a
also
bell.
said, I'm looking for consistency.
Yeah, that's like the antithesis of everything he stands for, like the volatility of being a streamer. I can imagine certain people, being excited about that, like that kind of challenge. Like some days it's good, some days it's bad. But at DSP, no, he expects certain things from his audience.
If I remember correctly, he's trying to sort of like big it up as a, you never know what to expect on a DSP stream. You never know whether it's going to be this or that thing. You never know whether you're going to get like a shit game that I'm going to rip the piss out of, or I'm going to get an amazing game that's going to be great. You just never know. There's a volatility to it that I enjoy. There's something like that. But again, I think
that kind of reminds me of what Keemstar said. Like, he offered him money, but it's like he doesn't actually want the money. He preferred to just beg. So maybe it's something. Maybe that's what Keemstar meant. The volatility of it.
Yeah, maybe. It certainly sounds like something he's heard someone else say, and he's like, "Oh, that's good. I'll use that one."
Word that.
Yeah,
like that.
That sounds like a very gambler thing to say and to feel, because with gambling, it's all about volatility. You might win everything, you might lose everything. So it gives you that sense of excitement, and it's like he gets it through his YouTube. Because today might be a vest day. It might be a vest and a hat combo day. Or it might be the type of day that the detractor is going to make Twitter posts about making fun of him because he made like $10.
Dude.
Or 7. We made 7 recently, didn't we?
I really agree with Keemstar, that thought about that, though. He wants to be in the struggle. He lives for the struggle. If he wasn't struggling, he wouldn't know what to do with himself, right? So he has to be in the struggle. Imagine a stream turned on and you say, Phil, all right, here's what you can't do. You can't talk about the views. You can't talk about the tips. And you take about trolls. How long how would he fill the time? He already can't fill the time with game news and all that shit. He has to do Q&A every day. Take away those 3 topics, what's left?
Well,
I bet he's scared of that. I bet he's scared
Q&A.
of that. If I lose that, where are my topics?
I think
can't just shorten the podcast. Can't have that.
Can't just play. Can't just start playing. There is
I don't remember
validity to it.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
All right. I don't remember who said it, but it was someone said, like, also the fact if he got, let's say, the 50K, just straight up, he's kind of addicted to spending money. So it's like, how long can he go without begging again? Because like if the money just vanishes, it's like, and he starts begging again, it's just like people are then gonna see how quickly he went through that money. Something like that.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd stop, by the way. I don't think he'd even stop. I think he'd keep it going. All right, 50K guys, that'd really help with my back taxes. There's always something to pay for. You know that. In the Phil lore, there's back taxes, 2 big bills. Cat broke this, cat broke that. Gotta fix this.
A bunch of house repairs, and then later on something breaks because the builders were assholes, so now I need more money because But I think for me it's more that he just doesn't want to work for the money. He wants the money, but he don't want to work for it. And Keemstar would have had him working. Keemstar would have had him taking 2 hours out of like a Sunday to talk to people that he doesn't like.
I gotta say too, like, if the LOLCal podcast is dead, if it is dead, then he's gonna brag about it. But I just want to say this before he does. He's gonna look like the biggest idiot alive. The fact that he didn't take a 50K payday for just 2 episodes. I just wanted to say that before he brags.
Yep. And also, it's not a flex to say the show didn't work without you, because they needed the biggest clown to make the show work. That's the only reason it didn't work without you.
Yeah.
So don't be like flexing on. I know he's gonna say that, like, see, it didn't work without me. Like, yeah, you're right, because you are the biggest clown in the show. And if you're having a show about clowns, you pretty much need the biggest one to make it work, right?
Oh yeah.
So let's not get it twisted.
Is this a good time to pivot into probably the best sound clip of the week, the best soundbite?
I got one last thing. On the views thing, because we talked about this is nothing new. His views been low, so let's see one of the first analyses from 2D2 Will that he sent us. So this is DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts for May 2023. So this like 4 months ago.
Yep.
But closing on 5. So he released 205 videos on both channels in May this year. Videos with less than 3,000 views is 97%. Videos with less than 2,000 views is 93%. Videos with less than 1,000 views is 67%. That's 138 videos of the 205 that he released in May of this year. Keep in mind, May was the month where DSP Reacts was relatively fresh. It was bringing in views because people were interested in what DSP is going to react to. It's going to be so good. And videos with less than 500 views, 24. That amounts to 11%. So low views, this is nothing new. And it's only going to get worse. So I guess he can just jerk off again so he can be relevant for another like 2 months and get some views out of it. And then we're back to the drain, everybody.
Yeah, I really don't know what this new views thing came from, though. Like, what spawned this like random thing?
Yeah, I meant to ask about that. If anyone had heard anything, because he says he's looked into other channels, which I'm not sure I believe. He's got these people that he normally watches. They're Street Fighter content creators, and he's noticed that their views have kind of correlated with his. So I don't know. If anyone knows of any other, I do. The only thing I've heard is that I'm sure I've seen somewhere that YouTube is calculating them differently, like they're showing differently. I've noticed that like you can see like views, like you can see them like acting like a ticker now, almost like you'll see views like rolling. Yeah,
likes as well sometimes. Yeah,
which I think is relatively new, unless I've just not noticed it.
That could be he saw that story about that and then said, okay, so there's this new like YouTube thing, like how they calculate views, so it's definitely affecting my videos too. Like that could definitely be something he would do, Sees the news story, says, oh, that's happening to me. Let me tell you guys about it.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to fucking say, so here we go.
And then great, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about low views anymore. It's obviously a YouTube glitch. It's fine.
I think as well, like what Hate Armies just said, Tevin pointed out the obvious. Street Fighter 6 is now 3 months old, so it is less hype. So yeah, the views are going to slowly dip for games like that, which it's one that he mainly plays. So yeah.
He also brought up The Lies of P, which is a very new game, but as you see with many DSP playthroughs, the views on the series just gradually decline because people get to watch his gameplay, get bored, and then they leave, which is a very natural response. I'm not really surprised at this happening. And this probably happens with pretty much everybody doing a playthrough that is a lot of parts long, because some people just forget to watch the next part. They don't care, they're bored. And in his case, it's pretty much all of those. And that's why some of it's like, if you go look at Chrono Trigger, some of those episodes got like 200 views.
Absolutely, yes. Yep.
And
that's been happening for 15 years, by the way. That's a 15-year thing he's had, because it's just natural, right? People start, let me check out the first episode. Whoa, Heavy Rain, that looks pretty cool. That's a good, I want to buy this game. Let me check it out. And then it just goes down. Then it's by the 5th episode, it's like halved, Yeah. And Phil back then, though, would say those people are assholes because they can't keep attention, because they have too short attention spans. But go ahead, Brand Dude.
I also think it's because he does this thing with every new game. He puts it as if you go to his channel, it's like the video that automatically plays.
Yeah.
I think he takes that number, like it's going to get inflated views, and he takes that number and thinks that's what he should be getting for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Plus, also the first kind of episode-ish of a new playthrough, he's usually kind of a little bit more enthusiastic, even if it's YouTube mode, that kind of thing. Even if it's just that, but it, maybe it comes across slightly, and if there are ever any just natural random viewers coming into his channel and watching stuff, they might find the first episode slightly more appealing, but then they'll slowly start to see those bits that are left in, the dead air, the snorting, the all the mannerisms, yelling at people in chat, and it's natural. Views are just going to drop off. It's just what happens.
Plus, isn't YouTube more likely to recommend episode 1 than, like, say, episode 37 of something?
Probably, definitely, right? You think? I mean, I can't.
New game coming out. Here's episode 1 of my playthrough. That comes up more than here's episode 20 of my playthrough. But didn't he blame the Liza P thing on the algorithm being biased to non-FromSoft Souls-likes?
What?
I'm sure he said that.
That's ridiculous.
I'm sure. So, like, when when he does like FromSoft games, he gets better numbers, but when he does non-FromSoft Souls likes, they never do as well. So I'm sure that was his reason.
I'm looking at as we're talking. I'm looking at his fucking click. You know, he attempts clickbait with all the titles now. Because back in the day, it used to be like, you know, Heavy Rain Part 8, and that's all you got.
Yeah.
But now he's changing it, so like it's just funny. Like it's not like outrageously bad, but it's just funny. Like scrapped Watchman boss, then more side questing fun, and like it's to the factory, giant robots, new weapons, and the Riddler. You know,
Didn't he say he was? Didn't he say he was better than other content creators because he puts effort into putting titles like that and others don't?
Yeah.
I feel like titles like that are detrimental, you know, because I'm like, what is this video? Like...
Finishing up the factory, third boss is a furnace showdown. Cool. Sounds hype.
You do one. You do like major shock, like you know, Liza P part 12, major revelation or something like that. That's it.
That'll do. Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah, exactly.
And you should definitely put the clickable part first, and then the game and the part, because you can tell in the thumbnail what the game is and which part it is. So you're just wasting time.
So you just get to see like through the armies of ... New weapons. ... That's how it always comes out.
But you already know Liza P because you've seen the thumbnail of it. So assuming that it's an actual thumbnail and not just him going, you know, or whatever random frame YouTube's picked and he's just left as he's clicked.
Yeah, Ludogorilla points out he loves that fucking madness word. He always uses madness. So like furnace madness, new character madness, Lily's diamond grind.
If it's not madness, it's fun. You know, it's just very limited.
Special stream, win streaks. Okay, whatever. Anyway, we don't have this topic too long, but it's very funny to see the dying channel trying to hold on to this dying channel as long as it can with his less than 500 views, Starfield episodes, and Chrono Trigger, great views. Anyways, next up.
What's the sound file? Wasn't this
the beautiful sound clip that I've been reminded of in chat? We've all heard this, but here we go.
How many gamers do you realistically think play video games because they expect a money investment to pay off at the end? We're playing it for engagement and fun. We're not playing as a money investment because there's something in life you could actually do. I don't know if you guys heard about this. There's a little concept, okay? You ready for this? There's a concept out there. I don't know if you've heard of it yet. That you can actually do something like some kind of task or work, and you could actually pay for it. I don't know if you've heard for this yet. That you could actually put in some kind of effort into some kind of a practice or you know, and then you get actual monetary compensation after the fact for what you've done. It's called a job. And that's what you should do. If you want to make money, you get a job. You don't play video games and try to sell NFTs based on what you earn. You actually get a job, a guaranteed employment opportunity where you'll be paid for what you work for. Do you understand? People don't play video games to earn fucking money playing them.
That's been the last 15 years of your life.
So he thinks why he thinks he's getting this awesome burn in is because he's specifically in his mind talking about those NFTs, right? The games where you could earn NFTs. That's why he thinks he can say this without like just laughing himself, I'm guessing. Because he thinks I'm only talking about NFT games, but he can't like take a step out and say, holy shit, it applies to me as well. When I tell you, hey guys, I spent $400 on this joystick. Sure would be nice if we could hit some goals this week. Legitimately said by him, okay? That's legitimately said by him. I spent $300 on this joystick. Sure would be nice to hit some goals tonight. I mean, he said this, you know?
I would hope that if you'd like the content, you would support my investment.
Yeah, investment. And, you know, he says investment himself. It's like, come on, man.
Support my investment in fighting games.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
All I've been doing for the last week, like, is just editing this. Just to get it all out before, because I realized, like, before I go to hospital, I realized, like, okay, I'll get this video out, and then I remembered I've not actually factored in the time it takes for like my videos to render and upload.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit. Well, it'd be done, but I won't be able to upload it. So I've been editing like a lot recently, and a lot of it has been that it's been the buying the joystick, talking about it and being like, you know, if you want to support my investment, I made the decision and I made the announcement that, you know, I'm going to invest in fighting games and I'm going to future-proof things going forward because I've got it on PlayStation 5 now. So yeah, it's all been that.
I saw the poems clip of this segment on Twitter while I was working at my mature adult job, 9 to 5 for suckers type of job, and I wrote a quote tweet that would 1000% get me suspended, and I was like, all right, this not worth it. I'll just think that in my, in the voice inside my head and not post it on the internet. But I'm still thinking it, man. I want to say some really nice things about the dark side, Phil.
So that's how you do it, and that's how you avoid being suspended.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Let me take that
think
down
it,
as well.
think it. Don't tweet, think. But yeah, so Mortal Kombat is getting the axe. It's getting the guillotine, I should say. It is no longer because of the low views, low support, I guess, as well. I just think he doesn't like it. He wants to play Street Fighter himself. That's really it for me. But what do you guys think?
He's never liked Mortal Kombat. His playthroughs of Mortal Kombat have always been do like the bare minimum, and then when I'm fed up of multiplayer, we're done. So
I think at this point he just plays fighting games for the ego. Street Fighter 6 is the one that feeds his ego because he got to master, so he is officially good, and you cannot disprove that. Being master means that you are good, and he is good. And that's what he wants to, that's his claim to fame. Mortal Kombat, he can get to master. He's not trying, but if he was trying, you guys, he definitely could. But that's why he hates it. And also, he spent too much money to not get back enough return of his investment, I assume.
True.
Yeah, but
after getting it refunded.
Games are not investments. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. Games are not investments, guys. Games are not investments.
Well,
COVID-19 48. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to quickly say he's looking exceptionally pathetic with his Mortal Kombat playing, though, because there was for one thing, he's not bothering to is it true you have to unlock someone help me out here? You have to unlock the ability
the cameos, the support characters that come in.
And also like the combo thingies. I don't know, they're not just in the menus. You have to unlock the ability to view them, according to him. And he can't just take 2 minutes out of his life to Google these things. He's like, well, how am I supposed to know? Unless one of you guys just tells me, I'm never going to know what they are. And it's what? You've got a phone right there. Just fucking Google it.
No, they show it to the camera, Guys, look, I can't do that. See this? Look.
Yeah, fatalities and brutalities. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
those. Yeah. He doesn't even need those though. I thought that's just when you beat somebody.
Yeah, fatalities just for fun. That's legitimately just for fun. I mean, it's cool, but it's it's just for fun. You don't have to do it to win.
Yeah, because like in MK11, you could unlock brutalities by they have to be performed under certain conditions, like hit a move 2 times, and then the 3rd time, if it's the finishing move, it does a brutality, and that's how you unlock them, by encouraging you to experiment and to play around with things. But I don't know about fatalities. I don't know. I've not played the new MK, but I would imagine because they're a fan of doing that. You play through the story mode and you unlock stuff along the way. But it's normally stuff like it'll be like a skin for the character you've just played as, So if you play like the Johnny Cage chapter, your reward at the end is like a bunch of coins and the Johnny Cage skins and things, and then
but
you move on. But either way, I'm imagining you'll be able to unlock this stuff in multiplayer as well.
Yeah, it's the whole situation with him and his phone is really fascinating to me at the moment, because he's now incorporating the fact that you can hold it up to the camera into his content.
Oh yeah,
but also
new feature.
But also you can't just Google something quickly. It's fascinating. There's even an instance of him this week, and I've got the clip, but I'm not sure which one it is because I didn't have time to title them very well. But there's also a clip of him, I think yesterday, where someone tells him something, he belittles them and then corrects himself because he realized they were right, and then he goes and writes it down and then comes back. It's
what?
Yeah.
He writes it down?
In fact, I believe it's this. It was about Modern Warfare 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's this. Someone called Jax Gaming. I don't know if they're a newcomer or if they're like Jax Raxa. I don't know, but
okay.
Here it is, I think.
So Jax Gaming says early open beta on PS5 is from the 8th to the 10th. The Xbox open beta is the 14th through 16th. Yes, but you said how is that early? Now listen to what you just said, Jax Gaming. Early open beta. So what you're saying is it's earlier on PlayStation 5, and that's from the 8th to the 10th. Okay, that's what you're saying. Let me go write that down. Gotcha.
He's about to make fun of him.
Yeah. Let me explain how you're wrong, dumb. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Let me go write that down. I got a paper for this right here. I got a paper for that right here. Hang on. Oh my God, he's still going?
He's gonna read it.
He reads it. He says it. Kids do that. Kids do that as they're writing. You learn how to stop doing that. Oh my God.
I'm actually surprised he doesn't read with his finger on the paper like children do.
I think he might do.
As he's like,
He might.
I think he does because you see his head moving as he's reading things. So yeah, I think he actually might do that.
So bad.
But yeah, like someone just said, like not only has he got a phone, he has 3 PCs in his office, and he can't just open up Notepad on something. He's got to physically get up. And
hang on, let me get a
and
pen and paper.
there was also one as well where he said it was like the first day of autumn, and he did Google that. He looked that up, and he said it's the autumnal equinox. And then he said, "Hang on a minute, I've got to get up and breathe in the autumn air." And so again, during his podcast, there's this dead air.
Breathe in the autumn air.
It's autumn air.
Autumn.
I think I've got that clip actually.
Please,
if you want to hear it, yeah, sure. I'm sorry to derail, but yeah, here we go.
No.
Isn't today the first day of autumn? I think it is.
No.
Let's find out.
You can't. Don't do it to me. Oh no. He's going to smell the air.
Let's find out.
September 23rd. Today is officially the first day of autumn. The autumnal equinox is today. So, that's what I mean. What a perfect day to have cloudy, skies. A beautiful. In fact, you know what? I gotta walk up and enjoy it. Give me a second. Right now.
Don't do it. You can't do this.
This is a podcast, by the way. There he is.
No. Come on.
It's not dead air, guys. It's autumn air.
Oh God, cringe.
Can you imagine being his wife sat downstairs hearing that?
Oh no, if you're dead, you can't hear anything.
I've absorbed the powers of fall. The scarecrows, the falling leaves, pumpkin spice up the butt.
But of course,
add butt to it.
That's that's it. I've got that as a clip on its own. I like the end there. But like Snooze said on Detractor Beam last night, imagine being his neighbours and him going to his window and just like making that like
Dude, can you imagine being his neighbour, right? But his window cuts him off like just above the waist, so all you see is like the top, and you see like like that.
You can. I think you can be his neighbor.
You can. You can.
It is
Yeah,
for
you
sale.
can.
Let's crowdfund it, guys. We'll stream from there every day. Us four will move in there, just fuck families.
It'll be
fuck loved ones.
It'll be our studio and then the museum as well downstairs.
Yeah, see, we got to get to 1 million subs so we can make that happen. Every show we fly out there just for the day, and then fly back to our homes. That's easy.
We could actually go and hide in his walls for a week.
Yeah. And we
let's,
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna read the super chat. So
I would say if you're
go
ahead, you Steve first, then me.
I just wanted to ask how long until because he's back on the phone thing. How long until we're at like this, where he's like just like holding videos up?
All right. Microsoft dropped a new video, guys.
Who's your teacher for ACE certification? Oh my god.
Oh god.
Who asked that? Great question. Because it is his father. We guessed.
Yeah, that was Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, asked that.
What was the answer, Steve? Could you handle the phone more or no? What was the answer?
Would you like me to? Yeah.
Oh my god. Seriously. This guy's asking me.
Yes. This is awesome.
Certification. You mean when I went into about 80 hours of training over the course of about a year to learn how to do achieving competitive excellence in my former helicopter job that I was laid off from in 2010, 13 years ago, the training of which took place 2 years before that, so probably 15 years ago. You actually want me to remember the name of the instructors that taught me?
A lot of red herrings, brother. You just want one. I think you might know the name of one of them. There's too many to remember, guys. How could I ever remember? You might remember if your father was one of them.
Why would you even ask that question? Why does it fucking matter who taught me achieving competitive excellence at a job I haven't been at in 13 years?
I think that was the same day we talked about the fact that we'd seen his dad's LinkedIn, and we found that he was qualified to teach a certification and deliver courses in achieving competitive excellence. So,
I believe I was going to say I believe it was because of us that somebody went and asked him that, wasn't it?
Speaking of which, Francisco says, "Did your parents get ACE certified, Meerkat?"
Now, hear this. I'm actually master rank in real life. Because I have a certificate in Scrum, which is a project development methodology. And the position is called a Scrum Master. So I'm actually a certified Scrum Master in real life. I actually got it. And I got some other certificates, but no, I don't have the ACE, but it turns out that it's kind of useless. So people with ACE get laid off. So I don't want it. You can take it.
Do you battle other Scrum Masters, or you run from them just to keep your rank high so no one knows if you actually have the skills required to be a Scrum Master?
You don't battle them, but you run your own team, and it gives you like a power imbalance because you're the master and they're the development team.
Oh, awesome. Sounds hype.
Like BSc and SSC. That's,
Okay. Bronze swimming certificate and silver swimming certificate. So, surely everybody's got like one of them. I'm a dignity and respect at work officer or something like that from the draw group where I worked. So I think everybody has like a sort of vaguely.
Everyone has something. Yeah, everyone has something.
I'm a fire marshal.
Oh,
but see, that works. You can transfer that. At least you can go to like other buildings and be aware of that. You know, it's like being a first aid officer. You can take that elsewhere at least. So that's
Sam has so many secrets: cunnilingus master, fire marshal, dentist, DDS, master of music.
Oh God! Why did I just say that? We've already got one. We've already got one. Yeah.
Fireman Sam, that changes the lore. New lore dropped today. In addition to being a dentist and an expert cunnilingus, he's also a fireman.
Oh God!
Damn, awesome.
Oh God! So you're not that ginger kid's dad, are you?
Awesome, dude. Fireman and dentist. That's a rare combo.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Fantastic Mr. Sam, the fireman. Me, a cat.
British style reference.
Yeah. All right, let's get this super chats real quick. COVID-1984 says the lack of self-awareness he has is insane. Absolutely true. COVID-19 1984 again says he got super hyped and excited when he was talking about the mobile MK game yesterday. I wonder why. Was he? Well, you know he's not afraid of a mobile game. And the Pasta Maker says he says it out loud, so you can't say he's lying. Yeah, I guess that's true. He does say we can't say he's lying if he says it out loud. What's next on the docket, my friends? We have talked about Mortal Kombat. What else? One thing I do want to say before we get to our next topic: we should get ready for the React today. A chance to React is hype today because he's going to get flooded with those fucking detractor videos. Because last week he said it's cool. It's cool. So I know, Steve, you're going on Decepticon, right, today?
I am, with Snood. Yeah.
Okay, so that could be hype. Nice. That could be hype. Meerkat, are you streaming today too, or no?
Yes.
Sweet. So we got a lot of options to watch. It could be pretty hype for sure. Big ups to Blue, by the way, with that membership. Bam! You are a legend. Legend. What's left on the docket today, Meerkat? Busy style host.
Let me check.
Yes, please.
Let me check.
Do we miss any of the great topics this week?
Excuse me. I have just random sound clips from kind of like the state of his stream, like the DSP news sort of stuff. It's nothing like specific. It's just some of the stuff I clicked from last night. It might be amusing if you want to hear them.
Sure, definitely.
I've missed quite a bit because I've been editing so much. So
yeah. There we go.
News today is very limited. It's time for your favorite segment, my favorite segment, the segment we all call DSP News. I'm just going to skip right into it because we don't have much to talk about.
And I don't have an intro.
Yeah.
So I figured out something. There was one of the days when he was late to stream. And the memology video of this is called DSP lived the worst morning of his life when the following things happened. So Jasper vomited all over the place. The toaster burned his toast. And then somebody had a business meeting with him because he had an appointment for something that they made him an appointment. And he was sitting in some support chat again. These two are two separate things. So he had an appointment for something that they made for him on his behalf. He didn't like that. And the separate one was he was sitting in some, again, customer support chat, being a Karen and probably asking for a refund about something. As his toast was burning and Jasper was puking all over the place. Oh, it was a bagel. Excuse me. That was it's not a toast. It was a bagel.
No, it's a bagel. But the toaster was burning. That's the point.
Yes, because also they bought a new toaster. That's also part of the story. And he told this story within like 10 minutes and was the most action-packed story I've ever heard in my life. In which literally nothing interesting ever happened.
No.
And he started with the sigh, by the way. He started with the classic. Oh, guys, you cannot believe this day. Oh my God. Oh
yeah, that's true.
Surprised I got through this, to be honest. First of all, Jasper threw up. Go ahead, Brent, dude.
He also said that his bagel burnt because they didn't know how the toaster worked yet. So that just made me think that he bought like a really high-tech toaster that he probably shouldn't have bought.
Or he's 41 years old and he hasn't figured out yet that the numbers on all toasters are just minutes, I believe, aren't they? Unless someone's going to correct me. In which case they're all the same. So get fucked.
And there's also normally a button to press to release it early.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you can't do that.
If Brand Dude is correct and they bought some cyberpunk toaster, it might not be minutes. There might be different options for anything that you might want to toast in your life. And then you need to like input the time and the weight and the heat and on which side you want it to be toasted and how much percentage of the mass do you want to be toasted. So it's all toasted to perfection, He's the kind of guy who would buy something like this, especially midlife crisis Phil.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
He bought like a $500 garbage can, too.
I think that was... I know what you're talking about. When he first moved in... Yeah. When he first moved into the new place in Washington, he bought a trash can. $300. $300, I think, from that fucking... the store we used to have in America, where it's all like shit that costs $100 more than you think, but has like one feature that's special. And this one, you could like wave your hand on it and it will open, but it costs $300. That's all it did different. It's just like you like, you don't have to do that. That's the cool part, guys. You go like this, where you assholes are going like you guys. You guys are assholes, and you got to push a button. No. $300 will get you this. Get fucked. You don't have this.
Mine does that.
Oh!
Wow.
Damn!
Fireman Sam
coming in hot with the appliances as well. What aren't you a master of, sir? Damn.
They definitely weren't that expensive, though. They were.
Yeah, sharp rim.
The El Cheapo cyberpunk trash can.
Yeah.
Well, this was like 8 years ago, and that was like legit $200. I know it's crazy. When he first moved in there,
didn't he spend? Because I'm sure I remember the number is like 17,000 on furnishing the new house.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Something ridiculous like that.
All on credit.
That's all the credit cards.
It was on the credit card.
100% credit cards. Yeah. 100% credit card.
It's no wonder if he's spending like $200 on a fucking bin. No.
Yeah.
And the coffee maker, that was a nice Keurig. I think people paid
people checked the price of it. That was something like 750, wasn't it? That was quite an expensive.
He'll still bring it up to this day. Like, if I show you my house, we're gonna show you everything, like how much everything costs. It's just a nonsense. Go ahead, Brent, dude.
Yeah, I think that's all these things are why he's probably got a really high tech toaster and didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Instructions.
You can read the instructions. I'm just right. I'm going to the office now.
If she was there, she could do it. But
if
that's
she was
still
there,
where his cat is still very much alive until the end of days, until we have any sign of life. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting the dream go.
Well, that was the other thing as well. I forget who it was that reminded me, but the internet cut out as well, so he lost his connection to the chat support thing he was on, so he had to start it again. That was another thing to add to his morning. But I like the fact that I like the fact that like two of these things, like he could have just taken care of like next to each other. He could have just had like the laptop or the phone next to the toaster, and you know that's that sorted. Really, you could just kind of sit and then go back to the vomit in the bedroom. Like it's I don't know.
By the way, my understanding is it's all based on this appointment that he didn't make, but they made for him, and he was just on the chat to cancel that. That's the only thing it was for.
He could have made that part of his podcast, like he did with Mortal Kombat or something. Whatever it was.
I know it sounds crazy, but if there's an appointment you don't want to do, you could just not answer the door.
Personal then.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Not go. Yeah.
Don't answer the door. You know, it's an appointment that people was coming to his house for something. I think was my understanding. So just don't answer the door. You know, that could be
the divorce lawyers.
Yeah, that's why
the
he's in trouble.
Yeah, the bailiffs.
Repo men for America.
Debt collectors, cat collectors.
If that's the case, if that's the case, then they have power over him. It's not like an appointment that he can just avoid and not answer the door. It's not gonna be good.
True.
So he needs to solve it.
That's true. What a tough week it's been. But anyways,
it could be worse. He could have been in a black bracket, couldn't he? A tournament.
Oh yeah, Black Bracket. Black Bracket. We talked about Black Bracket yesterday. That's why he hates the Cannon Brothers. That's a fun Dead Sea Scrolls yesterday if you haven't seen it. Oh yeah, the Pasta Maker's right. He made it sound like a troll set up the appointment for sure. Like it was a troll setup. It was a troll gay ops. Yeah, that's what he made it sound like. When in reality it was probably like the fucking, you know, hey, this is your yearly checkup. We're gonna have to come and check out your pipes or whatever. You know how they do in the HOA. But Phil made it sound like a detractor set it up. He actually absolutely made it sound like that. That was his goal, to make it sound like that. Whether it was or not, I mean, I don't know. But Sinful Dream chimes in here and says, Phil acted so proud MK doesn't sell in Japan, only in America. Mortal Kombat 1 has been banned in Japan, South Korea, and mainland China. There we go. So, yeah.
Well, yeah,
the reaction to that.
About dismemberment and showing certain things.
It'd never been hot on Mortal Kombat. Yep.
Yeah, the reaction to that was amazing. He did a little back and forth with the guy, and then when the guy came back with that fact that you just said, then he said something along the lines of, "Oh, whatever, I know I'm right," you know, words to that effect.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Okay.
Oh, I bet he was all like, because it's American and the Japanese don't like American games, and, you know, because they're racist.
They're xenophobic.
They're xenophobic. Yeah.
Can't get bought for Nintendo because so xenophobic. Yeah. No offense though. That's my favorite when he says no offense though. No offense though.
Yeah.
Japan is xenophobic.
No offense, you're racist.
Legitimately offensive in that statement, but no offense though. No homo, right? No homo. Let's be cool. Cool. All right, Brand Dude, what is next on your docket? Let's talk about Brand Dude a little bit here. What do you got cooking in that lab of yours for your next videos?
Yeah, so the video I'm working on now is one of the things I left out of the last one, like I mentioned before. One of the things of a person not to trust is loving too quickly. And that's the thing I was looking into, and you know, I found a bunch of stuff to do with what he was pretending to be sick when Kat was visiting him for the first time.
Oh, nice.
And stuff like he was begging for money. Guys, I'm not going to be here. You know, I could really use some support. I'm taking days off. And a lot of suspicious behavior around that time. She visited him like 3 times before he said anything. So that's the thing I'm looking into.
I like that idea, because there definitely that weird time in when he was trying to hide stuff but still has to beg, of course. So he'd like the what he's begging for is all just legit lies during that period, but he can't tell you that until afterwards, and then he says, "Oh, I didn't say that. It was that's why I couldn't tell you guys everything." But he was still begging like normal. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. Yeah, and those are some classics.
And at the time too, he didn't reveal that it was taxes yet. He was just saying, "Guys, there's a situation going on. I don't know if I'm going to be okay." And so it was even more like vague. Guys, I just need your money. So yeah.
But don't forget, like all that stuff with Kat, especially, was going on like as at the same time as the escort saga was, and he was fueling that by like posting Instagram pics of like from behind her as it's just a like red hair and, you know, he was totally, so he knew what was going on and he was fueling it at that time. And that's another thing that always gets like swept, like sort of like we don't linger on it that much, but it's still an important thing. During the whole escort saga, he was playing that up. He was fueling that and putting fuel on the fire.
So that'll be a good video. Oh, we didn't forget though, a clout chasing Jin tweet was dropped this week.
Oh
my
man.
favorite kinds of tweets are the Jin fueled clout chasing tweets. So this person says, it is films like these which encourage our kids and mindless others to perpetuate violence. And it was a movie. What was the movie? It was fucking Call of Duty or whatever movie, right? So like, yeah, there's going to be killing. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone Season 6. It's like they're talking about that, whatever. This person says, since most kids don't have jobs, I trust that parents or legal guardians would not buy video games for their children if they deem such games inappropriate. This person has a very solid take on it, right? Yeah, there can be violent shit, but if parents don't buy for their kids, the kids don't see it, right? But Phil, of course, parent side, Phil comes out, who has a loving history with his parents, loves his parents very much, loves everyone, loves his parents for sure.
Has
definitely.
children, of course.
Has children himself, of course.
He's a child himself, yes.
He is a child himself, yes. His
Has a
fans are
family.
mostly children.
So he needs things to be family friendly.
He says, but, oh God, here we go. But that would require parents to actually be responsible, which many are not.
Oh my dude, this was like the literal first video I ever did about Phil. Like before I started doing this stuff, it was because he went off on one about a kid that was addicted to Fortnite, and he kept going, "This kid's addicted to Fortnite. Where are his parents?" and all that. And it's like, this guy wasn't a kid; he was 17, and his mum, just a single parent trying her best, was working to keep the fucking house going. So yeah, he's just always had that. He's always had that. Well, where are the parents? Where are the parents? The fucking Jamie Bulger stuff. The James Bulger stuff. When he was like, okay, so it's bad that the kid got killed, but where were the parents of the other two kids? And it's like, they nicked off school. The parents had sent their kids to school. They'd done what they could. It's not the parents' fault that the kids left school. He's always had that, it just puts responsibility onto the parent, and I think part of that is an internal defense of you can't blame me, it's my mum's fault, it's my dad's fault, it's my mum's fault my hair's fucked up, it's my dad's fault I've got a bad back,
my aunt's fault I have
my aunt's fault
ants
I have
and gout. But real quick, I want to say, okay, it was Keith, but the person was Keith David. I don't know who that is. Sorry, I didn't give him proper respect. But Keith David, you're a legend. Thanks.
Sir Keith David.
Sir
for
Keith,
you,
Sir
sir.
David. Sir David,
Keith.
excuse me. But the rest of the tweet, I want to read that before I make my point. That responsibility is theirs and theirs alone, and should not be pushed along to artists, developers, and talented people who are obviously making art for adults. That was the full tweet there. So I think Phil thinks everything bad that happens to kids is the parents' fault. So I'm thinking, when, for example, let's say a kid breaks their arm when they're playing soccer. Well, the parents let them play soccer. That's their fault. I got beat up when I was in school. That was Linda's fault. That was Dave's fault. They weren't protecting me. Just like that case that Steve talked about. The parents sent their kid to school. They got abducted from school, but yet we're still blaming the parents. I think Phil thinks anything negative that happened to kids is because of parents. It's their fault because Phil blames his parents for all of his bad things that ever happened to him, including things that are hereditary, like, having a bad back, gout, eczema. The list goes on
It's
and on.
my parents' fault, I beg.
Yeah, it's my parents' fault, I beg. You know what I'm saying?
But you should listen to your kids. Yeah, good point, Ara. You should listen to your kids. Parents, if your kids ever want the toy, get them the toy.
I told you to buy the figure. Why didn't you listen to me?
Parenting advice from a man who has a cat, and that's it.
I told you to buy Modern Warfare. Why didn't you listen to me? Read.
But I mean, how many of us did stuff our parents didn't want us to do as a kid? I wasn't allowed to play Doom
All of
or
us?
watch, wrestling or whatever, but I still did when I was a kid. Found a way around your parents.
Some of my first memories are just running around in Grand Theft Auto Vice City with a chainsaw and just cutting people in half. Or was it a katana or whatever? But I just remember it spurted out like a fucking fountain. And that was so fun.
Yeah, everybody's got a story of oh, my parents didn't want me to see this or to play this or to watch this, but I went around to a mate or I got hold of it somehow, and I did. it's something that all kids have. So parents can't control their kids as much as Phil thinks they should. And also, if parents are controlling their kids as much as Phil thinks they should, that's really bad for the kid. You know, you're choking the kid, you're smothering the kid. It's going to end up like Dark Side Phil. So,
I mean, he's not wrong in his what he's saying. Again, this is the case of Phil not being that wrong, but just when it comes from him, it's just like, okay, dude. Okay, dude. Yep. Okay. Yep. You're definitely a person I want to listen to about parenting with your single son that does not have front claws. That you have to lock out of your house and still bitch about the work it required to raise a cat, right? You think raising a cat is a big achievement. I'm not saying it's not, but let's get real. On the scheme of humans and cat responsibilities, there are a little bit of a difference there. I think we could all agree on that. Even the staunchest cat supporters will understand that. I'm one as well. But I mean, the cat, the animal side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't even handle that because you don't get blood work for your cat. So when he says stuff like this, it's just very funny. It's very funny. A lot of the good responses. This is the guy who said parents should get their kids whatever they want. That is exactly what he said. Also, parenting expert who doesn't want to have kids because he won't be able to play video games. Yes, good point there as well. That is the
also,
reason he can't have kids.
Don't forget that.
Oh,
it's our fault.
It's our fault too.
Mm-hmm. We just
sound good.
Troll the kid. Yeah.
The kids would get trolled. It's one of the funniest excuses ever.
It's also funny because he said he liked to appeal to kids back then by being overly sexualized and overly shock jock. He appealed to kids, so it's just weird. If your kids were watching you, why were you being that way?
Yeah, by your logic, they shouldn't have been. Where were their parents, Phil?
Yeah, where were their parents, dude?
Where were Derek's parents when he first found you? Looking the other way while he nicked their credit card, obviously.
Yeah.
This one's brutal. Let me read this response by Real Beautiful. Real BM on YouTube says this. You know irresponsible parents because yours raised a lying, gotcha addict, alcoholic e-bagger, verbally abusive, narcissistic, child grooming, bankrupt bum. Oh, scathing commentary.
That's some of it, yeah.
That covers some of
summary,
it.
Yeah.
Damn. Bar boys, let's wrap it up. We got nothing else to talk about. You're all legends, but I think we're out, Sam. Unless you have any more clips to play for us, please do.
Yeah, that's all they are. There's quite a few, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
So this is just a continuation of that one I did before. He started up the news, and then this was the next thing he said.
News story number 1. You ready? Gotta blow this up so I can read it.
Yep.
Grandpa.
Nice.
Where are your fucking glasses, Phil?
Yeah.
Where are your fucking glasses?
Oh, God. That's definitely Grandpa.
Yeah,
let me
exactly.
blow this up real quick. Hang on. Blow this up real quick. Okay.
You guys think he's gonna beg for a new phone? Because I mean, this one is getting pretty old. To be honest, an iPhone 6S, I think, from like way back. And he's like peak midlife crisis, which means he loves buying himself stuff. Because buying yourself stuff makes you happy. So ask somebody on the internet to buy you some.
It did come up recently, didn't it? I think he has mentioned that very thing recently.
I think probably after being called out by King Sly, because I remember like using a clip in my previous video of him going, "Oh, Phil, man, come on, look at your phone," and he'll get a new one, mate.
Yeah, possibly.
Several years out.
Yeah. So yeah, this is news story number 1.
Free game offer for those who live in the United States. All right, if you purchase a PlayStation 5 and you make a new account by October 20th, 2023 at 23:59 p.m. Pacific time, you can redeem for a free game online. All right? So basically, to redeem, you need to buy and activate a new PS5 console. Once your PS5 console is activated, you navigate to the PlayStation Store on said console.
Bro, what's the game?
There will be a banner with this offer. Click on the banner. It will take you to the games page where these games are eligible. Select one game to download for free and quick download. Here are the games you can get for free.
Tutorial.
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Demon's Souls remake, Last of Us Part 1, Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
You'd be an idiot to get that. That game's like $5 right now.
Eternal, that's another, now like $10. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, or Death Stranding Director's Cut.
So you can get one of those free games if you're thinking of buying a PS5 in the next couple, or the next month. And as long as it's by the third week of October, you can get the game for free.
Great point. Extra Galactic Gore at shilling for free. Brandon.
Yeah. A lot of
All you
YouTube
have to
people get a lot
do-
of money to say that. Same exact fucking
Even
shit.
gave you a tutorial.
All you gotta do to get a free game is buy a console that costs at least like $400.
That's all you gotta do.
Great deal.
Yeah.
He literally was he texted to speech that article.
It was
That's what we just
literal.
heard.
Yeah. Just reading out
Guys.
verbatim. Yeah.
Here's the next news. This is written by. Okay, if you want to upgrade this game, just read the entire thing. Very cool. Very
We're getting
chill.
trending updates next, won't we? Here's today's news. This thing was trending on Twitter. Let me just zoom in there so I can see the screenshot.
Oh, FanDuel! If you bet
Jesus is
$5.
trending right now.
Oh, here, new news. FanDuel, if you bet $5 on a game with a parlay, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. What you have to do is go to FanDuel Sportsbook, make a new account, bet on a Premier League soccer game, and then also parlay that with a new NFL football game for America, and then you get free $200. The link here is https / www.newfanduelaccount.com. And this is really cool. You get a free $200, guys. So that's pretty much all you have to do. Great.
Dude, I really want us to get sponsored, not only because we're gonna get paid, but because we're gonna do the best fucking plugs. Everybody's gonna show up for the plugs. They're gonna be so fun. We have so many ideas of how to tie it all together.
Also, you have actually been playing Raid Shadow Legends. So.
Yeah, I mean, I got sponsored for it, but then I reached out to them and offered to sponsor us on the podcast, and they didn't do podcast formats, so we couldn't do that.
Come on.
What?
We can get around that. They'd sponsor us. Just come and watch us, and you'll see. We'll be fine.
You need all the context. Start with episode
You need the
1,
context,
work your way
yeah.
here, and then you'll see that we're positive and meaningful.
Watch all
Don't
of the
listen to all the
episodes
bullshit.
to get the full context.
Exactly.
Don't listen to all the bullshit you hear online about us. Make up your own conclusion. Yeah, go ahead, Sam, please.
This is news story number 2. This is a shorter one.
Okay, continuing on. In an interesting interview between GameIndustry.biz and the Bandai Namco European Union CEO.
Oh, God.
The
Just
European Union CEO said the following.
Oh.
Oh. I didn't actually record the conversation.
That's great.
Gosh. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
What? This is very meaningful news. I love this. This is very meaningful.
How does he not know what bookmarks are for?
This is why I think he's literally reading directly from Twitter and not actually screen capping anything. I think he's just
Brad Birdie wants it again. Let's give it to him. Can we play that again, please? That's,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
good enough.
Replay.
He calls this reporting, by the way. He's referred to what he does on this podcast as reporting.
Yeah, so later on he can say, we covered that on episode whatever.
This is in a segment called DSP News.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Doesn't he call it gaming news?
Yeah, gaming news. It's really
Gaming news.
DSP reads shit he remembers to get. Okay, so let's hear this one.
Okay, you want to hear it again then?
Yes, please.
There we go.
Okay, continuing on. In an interesting interview between GameIndustry.biz and the Bandai Namco European Union CEO, the European Union CEO said the following.
Oh.
Oh. I didn't actually record the conversation.
Oh, I'm stealing your joke, scientist. Oh, the recorder was off. Recorder's off the whole time, huh? God damn it.
Thank you, Sergeant Joelberg. He makes it sound like he's talking to like Ursula von der Leyen and not like some guy from Bandai Namco. not the CEO of the European Union.
He talks it up and then doesn't
I was
have it.
confused by that.
CEO of the European Union. That guy's pretty hype. That's a good big get for that interview, Phil. Let's hear it. Oh shit, not recorded.
Do you know what would be funny actually? Yeah, to think like play that clip and then just play something completely unrelated after it. Just anything.
Any more news stories, Sam? Or are we finished there?
Not a news story, but you'll like this one. Here we go.
Yes,
this is the last one.
Let's get to shout outs and or some Q&A and stuff like that. Oh, is that true? Tay says it seems to be out in Canada, but don't get too hyped. It's a bog standard gotcha game. What do you mean by bog standard? What does that mean? Is that an industry term? Bog standard? What is that? Huh.
Did he say industry?
Well, good morning, Willa.
Is that an industry term? He said, is that an industry term?
Let's get started with shout-outs.
No.
Oh, my God. He doesn't know bog standard? No. This dude used a lot of terms that you think he wouldn't know. How do you not know bog?
Oh, he will now.
Bog.
It's literally the only language he actually fucking knows. Just one. Just one. Just English, Phil. Just English. It is no bog standard.
Boglim standard. Yes. The Boglim standard.
Bad style.
Do you know what? I've just pig-goed it. And he's asked the same thing before.
No.
Like, because there's only 10 results and like 7 of them or 6 of them are from yesterday.
Bring that up. Bog.
God.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Do you think he heard mother tongue and blamed Linda for it then? She's like, you can't speak properly.
He would say that. She never taught me. Okay? Went to a public school. Wouldn't have money. We weren't rich like the Cannon brothers. They were rich silver spoon in their ass.
All right. There we go. This is from July 26th, 2020.
Oh, here we go. Why do you get so mad at that mobile game conspiracy theory thing? It seems like a bog standard boring detractor meme. A bog standard? What does that mean?
It's the same response. It's exactly the same.
That's brilliant.
Bog standard.
Is that an industry term?
Oh, God. It's happened twice. Okay. Oh, wait. There's one more, Sam. If you can get it, I'll give you the look.
I'll go for it.
There was one more from 2016.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Play that too if you don't mind. This could be from the game though. So let's could be someone in the game saying it, but let's hear.
Yeah, it could well be.
Bog. We're just killing time now if you can't tell, but it's worth it. I love the bog standard stuff.
Sometimes the derails are the best bits.
This is not a bog standard episode anymore. Absolutely.
Here we go.
End up with some bog standard English sunburn.
It's from the game.
Okay, from the game, yeah. Bog standard. Okay. There we go. Bog standard. So what was our word for the to use this week? I can't remember it myself. What did we decide on? 360?
80s, wasn't it? And
80s.
I didn't get any. I stopped looking after a while, to be fair. I haven't done a thorough search.
Okay.
But I don't think there are any.
Was it upside down?
Upside down, yeah. Well.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. No wonder I didn't fucking find any. Right.
See, but now we're getting. See, there's scientists are saying 80s, and Devilish Face saying upside down, Lima Whiskey 7 saying upside down. What is it? We can't remember ourselves. That's our problem.
There's a lot of upside downs in the chat. Okay, right. Because of course.
I think it should be bog this week.
How we need to say bog though, like bog. You could say bog standard or like bog, like the swampish style. Yeah.
I think it should be toilet related because it's obviously over here it's slang. So yeah.
I think we should do. Let's do bog for today. Any of the LARPers today for versus the internet. I think bog would be pretty hype. You know what I'm saying? Try to get that bog in there. Balrog. Use bog as a nickname for Balrog. Like until he notices it. Have you tried bog's electricity attack? 1 versus 1 on bog standard. Yes, that works. Have you ever punched a bog bee's butt? Yes. Favorite bog in Dark Souls. Exactly. Exactly.
Use bog roll, yeah.
Yeah. See what it says to that.
Bogs playing golf.
Suck a bog off.
Talk about my bog. I come from bog. Okay. Bog is the word. That's it. Bog. All right, but bog is the word. Use it today liberally, and we'll get some clips. We'll put Sam to work, get the clips ready. Use bog. We will play it. I'll put Brand Dude's channel in the chat as well. Follow Brand Dude if you aren't already. Brand Dude, you're a legend. And we'll get you on in the future again. This is, I believe, Steve has one more week, right, before you go into your surgeries?
We should point out to Phil, I have another episode left. That's my last one. So this is the penultimate one.
Yes.
Not that one. This one.
So this is
Don't
Steve's
get me started on
penultimate
the percentile. But yeah, next week, and then I'll
Okay.
Can I just weigh in on the team divorce, team
Oh,
health?
fuck,
thing?
I forgot to answer that. Oh, God.
Yeah. The
Please.
most important issue of the day.
Tell him.
Sure.
Tell him, please.
See, I don't know if it's divorce. I would like to believe it is. I don't think it's health though. I gotta say, I don't think it's health, but I'm not sure it's divorce either. But I'm leaning towards that. I just think that the last time he got broken up with Leanna, he was like miserable. He was visibly miserable on stream.
True.
Like more snorty, more inflated, more bloated. And I just don't see that right now.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I do think things aren't all roses in House Burnell. So I guess I'm with Team Divorce.
Hey!
As a cat, yeah, I'd just like to point out that at that time he was miserable. He has recently started drinking more on stream and being more open to, just $100. I'll do a shot. And I think team divorce does not necessarily mean team living in separate houses. I think they are. She's still there, so he's not as miserable because she's still doing some cooking and cleaning around the house.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to do as much as he did when Leanna left because she just went. So, yeah, I think he's still team divorce all the way. Stocks rising higher than a hippie on the third day of an open air festival.
Ooh, Meerkat taking
people.
L's left and right here.
How are we moving the definition of what divorce actually means? So she's still there. They live together. They are married, but they don't get along as good as they used to as when they get married.
That's
also known as
semantics.
pretty much every marriage ever. Because you guys last week, you guys were trying to convince me that she actually left and she's not there.
No.
And you started
I think she's
piecing
still
together
there.
stuff.
I think she's still there. I don't think they're just like. I think they're
So
like,
do I.
living awkwardly together now because they're like. Oh.
I think we have to start to welcome the possibility of team roommates. Team roommates. I mean, I don't want to make
Okay, that
another
would be my team.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it requires another team yet, but we could be approaching a world where we have another team, and that would be team roommate. I feel like that would be very popular, actually, if we put that in the open market right now.
I'm willing to invest in some of that. I've talked about it before. The cracks are seeing. I think she's annoyed because she has to live with Darkside Phil, and Darkside Phil is annoyed because he has to live with Catherine Burnell. I mean, it's Cat, so it all makes a lot of sense to me. And it's kind of like the middle ground. So I'm willing to buy a little bit of that stock, but I'm keeping all my money stacked aside for rainy days when it rains and I want to spend them on DoorDash stuff.
Okay, go ahead, Brandon.
I also think that just the fact, I don't know when it started, but it was like a few months ago, maybe 5 months ago or something. He just admitted to going grocery shopping alone and going outside alone without her.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's just because one of the selling points that he was like telling his audience was, oh guys, we get the one day off together and we get to hang out that whole day, and he's just started saying, oh yeah, I went shopping alone. So that's like a really big point for team roommate.
I did the artwork. I did this thing around I did that thing, Yeah.
It used to be a big deal. He would describe why Kat couldn't go with him. Oh, Kat couldn't go today because of blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Now it's not even that. It's like, okay, I went by myself. Kat was playing video games, something she could do any other time.
She was like, she was worn out from work or everything, or she was stressed, or she was feeling a bit ill, so she didn't want to go out. And now it's just like, yeah, I went.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah.
That was it.
Also,
I went.
He had these segments where he was talking about how magical and amazing it was to do something with your soulmate that would otherwise be really boring, and he's back to doing those boring things by himself.
Yeah, that made me, turn my head and be like, oh, something's not right here.
Also, in little change of something, not really. In 2017 was when Leanna was gone, and it was the worst time of his life. During those days, he was saying, "This is the best time of my life." In those years, so he was saying, "This is the best time of my life."
The stuff I've been watching.
Yeah, I'm having the most fun ever. This is the best life. I love my life right now, and that was now he says it's the worst time of his life. So, sound good? Good. Glad you get that. Anyways, let's go. Steve, final words. Let's go.
I'll see you all in a short while on the Decepticon stream to react to React, I guess, with Snood.
React to React. Hope we get some hype there for sure. Remember that bog. Bog is your word. Meerkat, final words, please.
Thanks for watching. Go watch my scat compilation.
Not that one. Search for Pornhub.com. Meerkat, scat.
Clip that.
Yeah.
There's so many things I've meant to clip from this show recently.
Brandy, do you ever think you're doing bad? Meerkat's got a scat compilation.
Yeah, we got a scat comp. It's pretty hot. Let's get my mixtape. This is on my mixtape for this.
Part 1, turds. That's my favorite bit.
Yeah.
All right, Brandu, final words. Go ahead. Send us home here, Brandu. You're the final word. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, first, I'd just like to say, Steve, I hope everything works out.
Awesome.
I didn't know you were going through surgery, but just, And to everyone watching, thank you guys for having me. This was super fun. I'd love to come back if you'd have me. And thanks, everyone, for watching. Yeah, and again, working on a new video. Should be out sometime this week. And thank you. Thank you again.
Legend. WPIG News. Next week, Dentspeare Scrolls is going to be with the one, the only Ski Sonic is in the house. That's next Saturday, though. Long time till that. We'll see you for the groupthink in the middle of the week. I don't know about anything else, but we'll see you then. Sam?
It's Thursday, isn't it, still?
I got to check. I got to call Cat's employer, but I think so. Yeah. Sam, send us home.
Okay. Thanks for coming on, Brand Dude, and see you later, everyone.
Thank you, Wonder McThunder, for the super sticker of a burger. This one goes out, okay? This goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups, my wife. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all, so it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it. Raccoon eyes. Tevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were a queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I could watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Tevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Tevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
looking real hefty. Tire taken, urban robbery. Maybe seems shocking, but you're from the Middle East. Now they fear you've disappeared. Team divorce in chat. Hashtag where is cat? Where is cat? Where is cat? More on try detract. Asking where is cat?
Did he just say art? What does he think? He's Popeye? Burger King